Welcome back everyone, Ben here, and today we are back with another episode of StarRupture. And we're going to be picking up right where we left off in the previous episode. We're in a tiny little, very empty kind of base at the moment because we're making an expansion. So that was what we're in the midst of doing at the end of last episode. So if you want to catch up and see how we got to this point, then there will be a playlist link in the description below, as always. As well as a Steam link to the game page as well, if you want to check it out if you haven't heard about this game or anything like that. So, with that all said, sit back, relax, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. This is more StarRupture. And we've literally just had a rupture. So, this is all nice. So I'm going to have to take a little bit of bearings in terms of what we were up to last time. So the only downside when I'm juggling, like, Subnautica to the last caretaker, this Voyages an Era, like I'm always like, what are we doing in this one now? So what I was trying to do with this, if I remember correctly, is we'd worked out that basically this line, I haven't really properly connected this one up yet, but this outside right line is supplying, if we go to build one of these and we go C. So basically we've got to get it all onto, we've got to get 5 machines onto 3 rails. So we have these 3 all go here. These 2 stay separate and they actually run separate. And then we actually run all 4. We run 4 of these. 3 of these all on one line. And that then goes all the way down there. I just need to connect those 2 up, but pretty much we worked that out to split that out. And I do need to remind myself just what each one is, because I think the normal rail carries 120, and I think this creates 120, I think, so that's why I split it that way. Where can I see? How do I see how much it does in a minute? Where's that gone?
Let's see.
Yeah, that is 4 every 2 seconds. That was it, wasn't it? Yeah. So that then means it does 2 every second, which means it does 120 every minute. That's why I have these as single 120 lines, because it doesn't actually make any difference to speed them up. Whereas these ones are 240, I believe. I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah, these do 240. So that allows it to carry at least 2. Obviously it's gonna have a bit too much, but that's fine. So we've got 120, 120, 240. Technically enough for 4 there. And then I think we realized that these can take, again, they're only taking this. These take 2 every 2 sets. These take 60 for 60. So 1 mine supports 2 of these, essentially. So I think that's what we were going to do next before the rupture came and interrupted, was I was just trying to figure out how we get this in a nice way. Because essentially what we're going to want is we want this mine here to split into here. And it can... cancel that one. Like I said, we don't even need to speed it up. We can still use the 120 rail, because it will literally come here and it will go there. Sorted. Nice and easy.
Dehydrated.
Oh, I am thirsty. Let's use that one. We'll do that. And then I think Let me just have a look. Yeah, so we need another 2 of these. And I actually don't know if I made, obviously I think that's the other things that we are actually out of these. So we're gonna need to ideally turn these on. I don't think it started. And now I'm starting to think, actually, I didn't turn these ones on, did I? Kept these ones off. That's going to be the other thing, is we're going to need another rail. We also have the lofty goal. We need to get over here. I'd like to see if we can do that today. Let's have that as our... Basically, the idea with this, though, is that we're going to have this as a little base. So we can... Let's get some of these. Little base that has a lot of our iron and copper production going for it. We want to take these like... I don't know
Gotcha.
if we pull these out nicely or not. If these get recycled well. We have a recycler in here. We don't. Can we build a recycler in here? We can't. 180. Actually... We... Get some wolfram ore in the mine. Then we probably could. Because this is what we ascertained as well, that this will be something that we can expand, because we've only currently got 1 mine and 1 smelter happening here, and we have the room to expand it. So this is one where we'll take all of that and all of that as well. Instead of just running all the way back right away, we can actually just make some of this normally. That's fine. We can then also make a... Is it worth making a recycle station over there? The only thing is going to be trying to link this up, but I'm thinking we keep where we've got all of our little things going up to the orbital kind of thing. We can just add this into that line, so any products made here, they become their own supply chain essentially. So that's my thinking. It's a very wavy ramp. Oh, I forgot I built that. It's a problem when you have like so long between episodes. That's fine though, because we got plenty of stuff to chop that all up. So that's actually cheaper, because we can just make
The
a...
Rupture is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
There we go. Make a basic one of them. Sweet. Right. These are just the smelters at the moment. 1, 2. And then this one, technically, we're going to split. This is the thing, is that it's 240. But then we'll split it into 3 rails of 120. Which means we will be able to get it to do 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Boy. Alright. Oh, and then I think we're going to keep it quite regimented. So we're not going to need to basically just need one of these in front of each one. So it all follows similar thought process. And then this rail. I think that's right, isn't it? Because you could have another split and then it's split between the two, but I think it's fine to just go there. That's 120 coming in. And then we go 60 and 60. So it will split it. It should be 100% efficiency. And what we might need is like a multi-rail. I think if we lock the Z level, I think we'll carry them over and we'll have one leave. Kind of stretched that one out there, didn't we? But we can have that one there. That one there. And then kind of have that one there, I think. And I think that should be fine. So then if we... Again, we only need single rails for these. So I think we'll have... Yeah, we'll have all 3 connect to this one. There we go. We'll have that one go there. That's that one done as well. And these can kind of then split out a little bit. And that one can go there. Oh, no. There we go. And this one doesn't actually need that anymore, so we can kind of do its own one instead. We'll still lock the... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Oh, little autosave there. Cool. So that should mean And this is quite nice because we can actually build this with the space in mind, which is quite nice. So I think at that point we've got to think on the output. So each one of these is going to then make pretty much a 1-to-1, isn't it? It's gonna make 2 every 2 seconds, right? Again, it'll make 60 in a minute. So take in 2. Does that mean it? Yeah, that means it's creating 2, right? I think that's the output. So grid power is fine. So we're gonna need to expand the grid power. And that's then the bit where it's like, right, what are we making? What are we going to be making from these? So we got the iron. So I'm just gonna put one there. And we're gonna put a furnace here. And we'll probably get rid of the. I just want to know what we can make here. So this fabricator is where we can make the rods, the beams, and the sheets. We can also make tubes. I'm looking for anything that doesn't include copper here, because I'm thinking some of these down there we can actually run down and merge with the copper and have another plant that mixes some of the copper together. So that's all good. This one can obviously make titanium housing. Yeah, effectively. It's going to be pretty good for getting some more of the stuff all put together as well. And we have the mega press that we can't afford because it's the special one. But yeah, we'll have a look at that as well. So really, then just going to be storing some of it in there. But let's make a few of these. So we have a fabricator, and we'll probably give it a bit of space, but give it a bit more space than that. But that makes 1 every 2 seconds. 2 every 2 seconds, 3 every 3 seconds. So it takes a bit longer, but you're still getting your 60. Tells you it's required. Tummy is rumbling. Let's use that. I guess it depends what we're making. We can then have some fabricators go in even more to then make tubes if we need them. Which we will need for like applicators as well. But yeah, I think the good thing is that this is ready to go. So I think what we can do is we can turn all of these on. Like I said, I don't have all the mines on at the moment. I think I've only got the tri-rail. I think I've got those 3 on. I think I switched the other 2 off. Oh, that is not the right one. There we go. So we should, unless I turn them all off, we should start seeing... Yep, you can see it working in the background. So it's just working on those three, which is fine. The line's not being backed up or anything at all. And then obviously it is now, because it's a bit of a delay from where I picked the different ones. There we go, they're using all 3 rails now. They're all doing the right path, which is good, and they're splitting nicely between them. Once they've like evened out a little bit as well, they'll flow nice between each one as well. But there we go. So yeah, 4 of them aren't working right now, but the other 6 working though, which is brilliant. So even if you were like, right, we're just gonna... You can't put it all on one line because it will just chock, because each of these are making... I think they're all making 60 as well. I think that's the thing, right? They get 60, they make 60. So they are pretty yeah, they get 2, they make 2. So make 60 in a minute. There we go. That average will climb up now because we're at 100% efficiency. Oh, maybe not. Alright, we dropped efficiency because we haven't got quite enough in there at the moment. We do have enough supplying it, I think. I think the maths is right. But it needs it to like back up a little bit anyway. Okay. And then I'm wondering, do we make some of these now? I think this is, like I said, in a way, as far as you can get with some of them. We could say like these ones. So we could have these go onto a belt. Hard on there. I've also built these around the wrong way. Okay. Make a gap of 3 between them. Is fine. Actually, not enough resources in these anyway. I think at the moment, we can kind of say, right, well, I want you to make beams. And I want you to make rods. Okay. And I want you to make sheets. I think at the moment, we might change these, but we can have all of these go direct in. But now we don't have enough power. Because this is where our grid power is just one too many. Just one too many. I think we can... Yeah, put some there as well. And that'll send those over, that'll start making those. And we can go from there. Start having that produce as well, and then you could have 100 of each, like storage box and all that stuff. I think ultimately, yeah, chemicals we're not going to find. But we can make that nozzle, can't we? Or am I misremembering that? We make the nozzle. Is there not a recipe book? Not, is there? So Mega Press makes the nozzle. And what do we need to make? Wait, can we not make normal bullets? Like only pistol bullets? Oh, you need a Mega Press to make that, to make... I haven't made basic building material. You see, you could have one thing here that's doing some of that. Fill these up again.
Great.
Like to make intermediate, that needs titanium inductor. Is that on even on the Mega Press as well? Okay. So yeah, I think we need something that makes the standard ammo, really, don't we? Eventually we can come and pave it all and get it all properly set up with a walkway and everything. decent amount you get, to be fair.
Dehydrated.
700 that way. We are very thirsty. There we go. Okay. As far as like, I just want to make a fabricator. I just want to make basic blocks. We don't even need to have it go in a furnace. We can just have it go straight into the ore form. I don't think any of the pistol turrets any of the turrets use pistol ammo, so I think we're gonna be building that because I've kind of actually assumed that all of this needs a smelter, but it might actually be that these ones don't need a smelter. Oh, sorry, they do need a smelter, but they sorry, no, they don't need a smelter. We just send the ore directly in to fabricators that are here instead. Might be the play for this one. We then say, well, actually, these ones just need so the exact same thing happens. Then we got to bring the copper, haven't we? Which actually means, is it easier to have these go on to smelt, and we actually just carry this line? We can also bring, we can put another mine there and bring the copper out here, or the wolfram. We can bring that down. So yeah, we do want to move this around a bit. I think I need to get a solid idea on what we want our outputs to be, because yes, we can have each of the basic metal items created. That's not an issue. And although I need to put building down, don't I? Right. So the borders slightly overlap, which is fine because we can have something here, we can have something here, and then we can just have cable going across the two. That's not a problem. I think it makes sense that we'd build like an ore excavator that actually comes this direction instead. And you could literally have it that it just runs as a fabricator. Again, what's the rate? We were to say we're going to make this into normal building materials. We just have that stack of that being made. Which isn't a lot in the scheme of things, because it's like, well, tower can only hold 400 anyway. It'll be easier when it can hold 1600. But yeah, that is basically making 10 every 2 seconds. It's extremely efficient. You can actually have multiple coming off of this. Okay. what we want to do. Yes, we might lose power on this again. So I think it said as well, if you do mix them, it'll contribute heat on both. Is that right? I think. I don't quite remember. Because we are crossing the line essentially. I'm gonna like wrap this round, mainly just in case we do decide to build around here. We have the ability to do so. And then again, I guess it's like, well, we now have both. How do we... This is where it then starts to look messy, doesn't it? Because then you're like, well... My thinking here is that this one be higher. There we go. This one is lower. Comes from there. I think I'm basically just going to say, well, instead of that one going there, let's just going a little bit longer that way. All right. And so this should just start working. We should be able to just like switch these on. It's fairly expandable. Yep, we've got that there. Are we getting all being called? Hopefully. Longer. Yeah, we can see that coming. That's coming from there. So what we are missing at the moment. Oh, no. There we go. Is that it's all a little bit out of sync. Just because where we've got it doing different things. Basically just expanded all of these, so we're just saying, right, well, this one now is going here instead, and this one now is going here instead. That one's going there, so they'll still work. They'll still pull through. And this is now just making... Oh, it can actually hold more than 100 as well. Okay, I thought it was going to cap at 100 then. Must go up to 1,000 then, presumably. But yeah, you can see it's It's working. It's connected. It's pulling those bits in. Exactly what we want to see. I'm hoping we can get a few more solar panels, put a mega press there. We can get ammo, we can get the heavy stuff, and if not, we can at least add it to a line like this and just ship it back to the main colony, the main outpost. This is kind of working as a little station hub. Need to work on the landing, but hey ho. So we've really got so much of this already working anyway. Do we need to unlock it at all? That's how we get power cells. Furnace is all unlocked other than chemicals. Mega press. We do need to make 500 normally. And you can make it on mass. We can actually make a nozzle. Okay. Wish we could pin it. We need inductor, glass, titanium.
I can use this.
So inductor's there. These as well, and then glass we shifted around a little bit. That's there. Can we make 500 out of this? It's going to use 20 basic building materials. I don't know if we're going to need, so we don't have the... We do eventually want the building materials just to be brought back here, but in the meantime, can we just nick... nick from these? Guess if you got 100 of each, like wolfram and titanium, and you make a basic block, is that the same as recycling them and making a basic block? Stuck there on the rail. Wow, okay. We burned through all of that, which is pretty impressive. That was it as well. You can then see, like, standard ammo. Use wolfram and basic building. So we're going to need loads of the basic building materials anyway. We have 10 parts. Should do, right?
I can use that.
Okay. Okay, so we've actually unlocked that. We can actually make that, which is in itself pretty sweet. And of the dispatcher and the receiver, potentially. Like I said, not too fast because we're probably going to break this up anyway. The mega press, absolutely huge. I'll make 25. It'll take 2, 2, and 2. And we do need to filter in the basic building materials. So we need to fill that. And nozzles. We've got actually everything for the nozzle. You need to get the helium to unlock it. So that's not too bad. Again, at the moment this isn't too traffic jammed. Let's get some helium.
That's just what I need.
Conscious that we've got to somehow combine all that, which I think a lot of this stuff is on this side, isn't it? A lot of stuff in the mega press we could maybe, it's how we'd have to route it off of these, which could be done. Create a new link. I don't think anyone uses this link, but technically we could build a mega press here. Technically. Okay. Let's hand in there we go. We didn't need that much. Okay. We overestimated how much I needed with that one. We get anything for recycling? Yeah, it's actually decent size. Okay. I mean, you get the base core amplifier. I was gonna say, what do we get for just sending off the nozzles, but Problem is looping them around because we've got that one.
Rupture activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
Got that one that doesn't come around, does it? And we could have it pull so it comes around. I think it comes out and it goes straight onto the roundabout. So it could flick off, to be fair. It could flick off. We have to just double check and make sure that that's something that we look after. You can even have it come off and then come back on the line and get stored somewhere, but yeah, okay. Let's hide and wait. And then I think, I mean, that's the thing, is that this is all very Spaghetti Junction still. It's slightly more organized, but I don't know. Definitely makes the head hurt. More so. We've also got more iron up there. So we've got plenty of deposits. It's not like we're like running low on resources or anything like that. I think for me, it's kind of trying to make the most of these deposits up here. 10, 5 wolfram, 5 titanium, 6 more up here. So we've got 5 there, 5 there as well.
Rupture's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately. Warning. Planet is being incinerated.
Okay. So I'm already conscious of the line getting ingested as well. We make our adjustments though. I think we should set it up so that we can build the nozzle and go looking for our any
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
okay. Cool. Now it has like multiple lines as well. Probably just gonna feed it into one. I don't know, it makes sense we could split it out, I guess. Right. So these come out. Come here. They come on to the roundabout. They then go there. By having... by giving it that option. This would mean you could get some things go that way as well. And arguably, used to be like devil's advocate here. You can actually split it up a bit more. I mean, let's try this. It should be able to pull Wolfram and everything. Like Wolfram would come here. Like I've connected it so that it comes off the circular belt. And once it's done, we can have it loop back round onto one of these and it can go up this line. I don't know if we want that, but I think it's easier actually just to have this output. Oh, I don't know. We do want it on the main line, don't we? Although a lot of these are outputs, aren't they? We can leave it open-ended. So, obviously our main thing at the moment is we don't have the basic building material thing going on, but we do have heat-resistant sheets, stabilizers, and helium. How much energy does this use? We've got loads of grid power. We'll use 30. Okay. Oh, it's kind of beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. That's the problem, is as you start spending it, other materials start building it. So this line does get congested. But we're making nozzles, which is pretty sweet, and I think warrants its own separate thing.
Dehydrated.
Yes, 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 yes. Dehydrated. Gonna leave plenty of space with these. I think also we're gonna want the ability to keep this as an item on its own. I think we can send it down the line if we want it to. We can filter it off into storage as well. I think. And then otherwise, I think this bit's fine. If anything, I'm just gonna bring this in line with that. My thinking here is, imagine we've got another press here. We can go straight in there. We can also have it reattach somewhere further down the line, which we don't need to worry about right this second. We've got that as an option. This one is just full sending that way. Oh, autosave. There we go. There we go. We'll actually connect that. Oh, there we go. And oh, there we go. We can store some nozzles in there, which we can also have onto a separate loop as well. That would be pretty good. And then I do need to adjust these at some point.
Just what I need.
Nozzle. It's gonna be done pretty quick, I think. A lot of these are all other bits that we can't do right now. This one, the impeller, we can do an impeller, I think. Should we put these in there and see if we can do that? Got the electronics in there. Put these ones all as electronics already. Okay, that is providing nozzles. We need more of those heat-resistant sheets, aren't we? That's 100% going to be a huge bottleneck. Also, I don't know if we can actually pull some of those copper plates. We can do, can't we? Copper plates are coming over this way. Oh yeah, they're coming at the crossroads. Yeah, okay. We can pull them. We could pull them. So I guess try and make our second copper press, not copper press, our second mega press. And again, we have that where this is going to be an impeller. Now, I think this one's going to have the same heat resistant and stabilizers coming through. That is, which are there. We're going to have to look at that separately. Like, how do we make more of them? That's then another... Almost needs to be a different height, right?
Dehydrated.
If we need to, we can send it back up as well. I mean, a short term.
Arcadia status stable.
Right, yeah, that's pulling a lot more of these. Dehydrate again.
Ah, tasty.
Yeah, there we go. And it's pulling the copper. Is it pulling the metal? Don't think we're getting titanium rods. That's gonna be our bottleneck at the moment. Oh, actually, no, it is pulling them. It's bottlenecked, but it is pulling. Yeah, it can pull them. This is what I do like. I don't care that it's not 100% efficient and it's clogging up the lines. What I do like is that it is kind of just set and forget, and that is kind of what I'm going for. Is it the most efficient? Probably not. Oh, definitely not. But it does allow some pretty cool options there. Right. Not happening fast enough that it's going to cause a bottleneck with that. But there we go. We've already got those being made. Impeller. There we go. We're making progress. We're actually not wasting our time, which is amazing. Love that. Love that indeed. We're going to need some wolfram powder.
Oh, yes.
I do want to get the ammo up and running. I think I didn't understand initially that we need the wolf press to do that. But now we've got that up and running. The basic materials and everything as well. That is going to make that easier because we can mass produce that.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Okay. Cool. Factory is doing its thing. Obviously that makes calcium powder. That makes calcium powder. That makes housing. That makes glass. Heat resistant shields, which, to be fair, actually, we have plenty. Probably we need another 1 or 2. That's making synthetic silicon. As is that. I don't actually know if we really need that anymore. Make one of them. And then got stabilizers over here, aren't they? That stabilizer? That's a rotor. More rotors for that. Stabilizers around here then, aren't they? Somewhere. Somewhere. Oh, it's these ones, isn't it? That's making a stabilizer, which again, we've got loads of rotors. We've got loads of titanium rods because I did prepare and build for that. And that's where they're going in there. They're being pulled, but they're being replenished. Good job. I pat myself on the back here, but it is kind of working. Yeah, we have a healthy amount of all of them. We're actually, if anything, low on helium. You can see this is where it's getting like jammed. And we're pulling a load of helium. And it might be that we actually add in its own line. Like we can split it so it has its own separate line. Just for helium. Because it's used for that one. Not used for this one, but it is used for this one. It does clog the line up. We don't need the helium to run all the way from the back to the front, do we? So poor. We need to set this up so that the building stuff is coming here. We set that quickly. We could use the teleport, see what the teleport is like. I would teleport the storage into here, wouldn't it? I think because we need another mega press to come this way anyway. Let's see. It's actually pulling some of the copper as well as it needs it. I'm glad we got the mega presses up and running. That's good at least. You can see they're making progress. 5 and 16%. 16% already. Right, that's actually pretty good. We can hold 1,000. Get started doing their bit. I think as well. You can squeeze a third one in. So it allows for long distance transportation of selected items. This will be the first one we build of this as well. See the overheat level there. That's fine, that goes there. I think you then tell it what you want it to receive, don't you? I think we'd literally have like that there. I think we'd have one more. It's right on the boundary. It's working. Obviously, it's pulled out the power now. But I don't think I can. No. Doesn't quite like it, but that's enough to power it back on. Okay. Alright. That's me being very lazy. That's actually quite easy to adjust. And then literally just say right from there to there instead. And that one goes down there. And that one goes there. And then this one also makes basic materials. And we probably have these all do the fast rails going out. Now it needs more power again. Again, we can kind of have it have its own little power source here, to be fair, because it doesn't need to go out anywhere. It sends drones, I guess, doesn't it? And then how do we do it? Okay, so then we need to come back. So it's gonna store it. How much can it store in here? I mean, it can hold 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. You can now see these should all start splitting. 1, 2, 3. You'd like to think. None are coming to this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. And maybe we could speed these up with the rails, like, not that much more expensive, but... Because you could mega press it here, but you could then make it into ammo. Oh, I don't know. Did we do it here? So much of this game is me just trying to think out loud on the spot. Try and think of the different... That's what I do. I try and think of like the different repercussions, the different permutations. I think we just have multiple of the cargoes here, right? We have multiple of these. I think for now, let's stop that. I'll have all of those for now. And I want, yeah, okay. So we want the Mega Press. This is where we can make our, arguably, we can change these into some of these as well, but yeah, some of these are going into different parts. That's fine. Yeah, I think right now gotta be mindful of heat, for sure. Okay. Don't know why it doesn't like snap into this for some reason. Okay. Maybe that's enough power. So, we take about this for a sec. Because like I said, we have the intermediate building material now. So, what we can do is we've got a few options now that this allows us to do. I need to build one of those just so I can see. So bad at it. I wish they had like in Subnautica 2 where you can like blueprint and like, you can tag it and then you can see what it needs. So here, we're not making intermediate building material. We're not, because we're going to need to build inductors, glass, titanium. If anything, we are doing the teleporting of the base building like what I had before. We are going to do that. We're also going to want standard ammo and wolfram powder. So I think I was right originally. I think we're going to want to make a press over there. Our ammo is going to be made at the other camp, which is going to take some of this stuff and take it over there. In fact, I'm almost wondering if we need... I mean, these make the free metals. Again, we can transport them over if that's what we need to do. But I think all of these are going to become... They're all going to come fabricated straight away. trying to think, could you do... Yeah, one can do 3. Technically it could do 4, but yeah. That's fine. Right. And then we're gonna need more of the ore. Means we can speed this line up. You've still got... Yeah, you've got 1 there. Oh, it does only leave you with 2. Okay. Thought we had 5 there. Okay. That's fine. Right, what we do here is we don't need to split this one out, really, because one you can again have single rail come out onto this. You can have a single rail come out onto this, and then you can have a speedy rail. Come and pull from there. So that's fine. That will make this better. I'm going to make this a decision. I mean, we've already got it there anyway, so we can kind of just run it over these. And you got the same thing, you just got a higher... I'm gonna lock that. Okay. I think we want this rail to be quick, regardless. When it splits off, it can be slow. And this one's just going to be a carry one. Right, and that one goes there. Okay, we're gonna need to run closer. Right. So all the copper's coming. Oh, I keep calling it copper. All the wolfram. That one's there. That one's there. Should be a tall one for each one of these. It just ducks in over the top of them. Dumps wolfram straight in. Perfect. And then we just got normal rails here. What we have. Not going there. Oh, okay. You need to be flexible with the cable placements. That's fine. That one's going there. That one's going there. That one's going there. These are all ready. Yeah, we've left only 3 of those. That's fine, though. It means this track is literally only supporting 1. Does mean it gives you an option if you want to have it supply all 3 if needs be. That's fine. Okay. This is definitely need to like make this nice and neat and all that kind of stuff as well. But at the moment it's like, right, let's just get it. Let's just get it building stuff, shall we? I need to turn on the others as well. That's fine. Go up the hill and turn those 2 on. Because yeah, we're using them all. That's, yeah, you can see that's pulling all that copper now. The wolfram even. Ah. Although they function the same, like iron and copper, the titanium and the wolfram, it's nice that they explained it in the lore, like, oh, it's, you know, the planet just doesn't have any, so this is like the closest thing we have to that. So that is why. Like there was a bit of lore around that. Right. When did I make that idea? Whose idea was it to turn off the hardest ones? He's not turned off? Oh, yeah, I left the line unconnected. That's what it is. I didn't turn them. I was thinking that. I was like, I don't remember climbing up here to turn them off. Past Ben was clever and was like, oh, I'm just gonna not connect the lines up here. Current Ben is an idiot who forgot the genius of that idea. So, and away we go. Perfect. Lovely. You can see obviously the Wolfram's got a head start already. So in a way, we've got the question, do we want those to be building blocks? We want that to be ammo, don't we? That's gonna be those. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? We got what was it 6 over there? No, 5. Yeah, we got 6 plants there, 3 plants here, I think. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we got 6, 9. So we ended up getting 12 facilities out of 5 mines, which I think does just about work. Like I said, might be some moments where we don't have enough. Right. So we can do the cargo dispatcher. I think let's go over here and let's set up the facility so that we have wolfram powder being made. I'm also curious if this is integral. I can't remember if this is like still super important that we have these. Might need to go back just to check that line, just to see like do we have other stuff making copper plates. If this was like to stop, is it the end of the world? Likewise, is that connected to the main line so that we could send stuff the slow way? Doesn't need to be in a teleporter, does it? As long as it reaches the destination. But I can't remember because we must have done that in like episode 3 or 4, maybe even episode 2. I can't remember, but we did that line a long time ago. Okay, so it looks like it comes in and it goes straight into that. It also looks like it's not the only one we're using. Basically, if we turn this off, they're being made. So these just don't get used, do they? Yeah, wolfram plates. They go into here.
Dehydrated.
Dude, stop eating and drinking. Okay. Those plates would come here and they would end up in the exact same scenario. It means you could change this. These could become ammo. It's also a shame we can't have them. I mean, we can change them to be bidirectional. It'd be cool if we could send wolfram powder back the other way. Because these mines hardly work. These mines don't really do much. They're so like blocked up. Got the wire being used ever so slightly, and they come in and they get sent off. We got the plates. These plates aren't getting used because we're actually outsourcing the plates from a further destination because these are closer. I think that's the pure reason why. These then go up, they go onto the roundabout, they get sent to where they need to go. So actually nothing changes with plates going there. Also have this as a connection future. If we were to run another cable. That's the other thing, we could upgrade it so that it becomes a triple line. Can you do that? Can you like, you can't just upgrade it, can you? No. It'd be cool if you could. So it'd be like, right, we need to build a triple line next to it, basically. And then you could go and do that. It's whether or not we want to, isn't it? I don't think we're gonna get the blueprint this time around. This episode is very much trying to sort the logistics of this out. I mean, this is cool that we've at least got this working. My thing is, we're gonna want turrets, we're gonna want ammo. I don't know if you can auto-supply. The turrets... Oh, there is a turret you can unlock that can be auto-supplied. So in the future, we would want that on there. Which then is like, does that have its own belt? It's very slow rails as well, which is fine. But it's not really needed. Either that, or we change the current plates to something else. But I think we can change that to wolfram. That's my thinking. Is that we just change the output to wolfram. We won't send anything for the time being. And then we can always choose if we want to If there is anything we want to send, we know it is connected, so we just need to change the storage to that type. And then it'll pull that, and it'll take that by road, or cable, rather than teleport. Which I think would be fine. So again, we can say, I want to change... We're making plates. Oh, you need something different for powder, don't you? What's powder made of? That's in the furnace. Oh, just the bars. Okay, just the bars. And then a mega press. Again, just so we can quickly see. Basic building material. I think it's quite straightforward then. Get the ore into plate, into... So we've currently got like a double smelt... no, that's fabricators, isn't it? So you get it smelted directly into the bars. And we can probably just split this out. It's probably making enough that we can actually say, well, some of that's actually going to go off to make the... I don't think we need the wire at all, do we? Right now. We can literally just say, I also want... Yes, yes, yes. You're fine, you're fine. Again, keep it. Actually, no, we do want that. Like that. Gives us the option of getting some of these plates like that, should we need to. That's fine. So this one can become Wolfram powder. We need to be doing a lot of teleporting if we're going to make more inductors and things like that. Same with that. We're not making anything else here. I mean, we could. We have the beams and the sheets being made over there. We don't have ceramic nearby, do we? Oh, we do. You could build another base there and bring that over. And then you've got a whole thing that's making glass and that, but then you need helium. You've got to bring that over. For now, just have that there, and then mega press. It's probably good to have a storage deposit, to be fair. Good for whatever those would be. And then in this instance, off it goes. So in this example, we're still making plates, but Okay. Right. Right. So that makes Wolfram powder. And this will technically make standard ammo. Right. Now, for the fun bit. Got them being made. So these, I don't even know what rate they carry at. I think it's easier to send these over, isn't it? To send these free over. You can actually put them on the free rails as well. You can literally then say, right. Oh, no, that's not what you'd say. Very much guessing here. Oh, we've run out of building materials, but the good news is we're pretty flush in that department now.
Nice.
Pretty flush indeed. This will be good. This will be pretty good. I arguably think this is too much. Right, I think this will be too much. Right, that's going to be sending in 3,000 building material. I mean, I know we do need quite a bit. Okay, we just need to build the inside one first. So it allows them to curve around it. Oh, no.
I'm detecting increased Rupture activity.
Okay.
Prepare for a wave.
Okay. Right. And then... you can't use the drone. So you can't burn the drone, isn't it? So you can't sit out there and get cool little snapshots of you burning your drone. Do the inside one. Oh, not the time for an autosave. There we go. Perfect time for an autosave. If I push it too much, then we are saved. Alright, it's coming. It's connected to the line. But yeah, we're gonna have to sit in here for a sec. I mean, we have building material production.
I'm hungry.
Oh god. Okay, buddy. And we have weapon But ammo production now.
Rupture's eruption has started. Prepare for impact. StarRupture has started. Hide.
72%, 25%.
Extreme temperature detected.
I don't even know where you get Goethite ore from. There we go. I think we have two cargo teleports. Send back this to the main bit where we will make inductors, glass, titanium housing. And we'll make that there. And if in the future we do want to make heavy ammo, we can. But I can't just swap that over. I don't really need to make it right now. Okay. I do probably want. What I'm curious about is how much ammo can it hold. I'm guessing they hold 1,000 in one go. Or do they hold 300? Because they're held in stacks of 300, aren't they? Yeah, okay. Huh. So each one is 1,200 rounds. It's not bad. Is that enough wolfram powder? %, efficiency at the moment. We've got 3,100 on the grid because we're all connected to the same grid now. Both grids are connected. Okay. Like I said, we don't have to just send back plates. We are. Problem is, I don't know how much stabilizers we really need now. It's like we could make some rotors, could build all of that out, and make some stabilizers, but is that gonna help with this current situation? If anything, I think we're going to switch it so that one of them is now weapons instead. We still haven't gone into that reactor. I need to do that as well. Alright, definitely need a wall, but okay. Okay, and it's got two sides. I think they changed it recently, so you can only have like, it's like the cargo towers now, you can only have one thing going in, one thing coming out. But they've obviously got two doors. Okay, we've got quite a bit. You can see our core overheat level. How much does a mega press add? Oh, it's not a lot. That's 15. I mean, yeah, they do 40. That is quite a lot, but it's more than I thought it would be. All right. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna like it, but got nowhere to go, have you? I'm gonna start pulling the metal plates from there. Take it all blocked. There we go. Okay. That should start. These ones should now be going to the right place, and all the others should start being filled with the ammo instead. That'll start bringing the ammo over. And I probably do want to build one a bit closer. Clogs the chain up unnecessarily, potentially. This one actually doesn't go anywhere. This is more so I don't have to go over there. It's not going to clog up all the time, just while it's filling to begin with. And the backup storage is over there. I'm guessing though. It doesn't seem to be... Is it pulling it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's pulling it. You can see all the ammo coming. Okay. Still a few of these getting blocked, but that's fine. Take all the ones that are blocked. Perfect. Okay. Right, that should start just filling up there, and then fill up there, and then fill up there. That's fine, and don't need to take it anywhere else. Can do in the future if we need to, of course, but we don't need to. My thoughts here.
Is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
Thoughts here are that, again, this is something that... that if needed, I can go in there. Right, okay. This is going to be... I need to set this, but this is basically going to be basic building materials. Every single one. He's going to come from the teleport. They're going to come from both teleports, technically, aren't they? So we are going to want to... find these there, and then it means they still go on the main grid if they need to. So they'll go on there. Now, I do want to address this, since we're making some wholesale changes anyway. I'm going to build them as these, but they don't need to be. Does really mess with the pathing, but this is going to be direct helium. Oh. Like I said, it's not actually busy right now. It's not not a massive issue. We can chuck some of that in there. And that should mean... I mean, it might not. I still think that's quicker. I don't know if when it's busy, if it'll split it out. Maybe you have it that it joins the line there if we need it to. then we want it. Yeah, that should be fine. So we then sever that line. Sever that line. Such a mess. And that goes up like that. And that will use its own special highway now. And if it needs to get to the rest of the plant, which it does in some cases, then boom. It'll reconnect. Otherwise, it goes straight there and just eases, especially because my reasoning here is that helium is in quite high quantity. I mean, this pulls 6 at a time. So it fills the track up unnecessarily. This is like, it feels like I'm playing City Skylines and I've just built it like a bypass, like a motorway bypass, a highway. Right. So these are the moment we don't have the other connection, so we can't really do much with that. These are all being built. So, oh no, okay. Ladder here, thankfully. So this one is going to need a little bit, because this is going to have inductors, glass, and titanium housing, which all of it's kind of, other than the inductor, and we're calling inductors, oh, we're not calling inductors over already. Okay, so I'm kind of tempted to not have that in a loop. I mean, yeah, no, we can. So this is already here. So we need to do the same as before. This line and this line need to connect. So this one here . Yeah, okay. Right, so that goes there, and that goes down there. And then that means this one, no. That one can go there. I don't know if it matters actually. Oh no, that is where those two lines meet. I've joined them here, haven't I? They've joined at this point. Actually, all it needs at this point is one there. And just for ease of flow, you could have another one there. Actually, I think they're all just going to use that same one, aren't they? Let's see where the glass goes. Yeah, no, they just all use the shortest one. All of them do. Alright, well, we don't have any building material, so we better get back. Yeah, you can see the ammo's working. It's coming. It's all coming together. This has been an episode of very much just, let's just get all of this in place. It is, like I said, it's causing a bit of a backup at the moment. It's one of those things that will settle down. Doesn't mean as well, there's an element of waste. Like, we've got wolfram powder sat right here that we're not making, but I think because they've made the limit on the heat, those are just certain things that, you know, it can be that at certain points we might be able to actually just choose. You know, we can repurpose some of the stuff that's in the main base to free up some heat. We've got a couple of tasks to do now. One of those is to build an extra zip line, which will take us directly maybe we'll go under this actually. It shouldn't take too long really, because we can run there, we can use the drone. Right. Why not? Okay.
Dehydrated.
Dude.
I need to survive.
You do. The idea here is that we'd have a station here. There we go. I like how it does it different colors, so it's almost like a path to some degree.
Sent. The Moon Energy Corporation is very pleased with your
Amazing.
services.
Got our upgrade.
More rewards await you in the terminal.
Here we go. Let's have a ladder here. Oh. Oh. There we go. Alright, so these are set to make the basic building materials. That's all good. So now what we need is what we did before, basically. We're going to make two dispatches. We should be able to have that one there. One there. Oh, okay, fair enough. Go there. There's probably more than we actually need, to be fair, but the principle is that it's here. We've got it if we need it. Like I said, if we could, I would transfer all of it, but I think, as far as I'm aware, we're going to find out now. As far as I'm aware, you can only do one thing. It used to be different. But it's not. That's fine. All right. Not the biggest decorator when it comes to these things. Wow. See this in action for the first time. Yeah, so you can send one thing in them there. I think, as far as I'm aware, I missed the boat with this one, but they were maybe too strong. So you could put one of these in and you could have just everything go in them and everything will come out the other side. I prefer that, obviously, but that's just not how this works. So only has one rail as well, so there's no, I don't know if we can, I mean, obviously once it's got, I think we'll make it quicker than it can send them off. I think the main thing is that it's getting there. So I built this like on a weird grid. Now it won't snap to it. There we go. I don't know why, but here we go. Probably won't need to worry about recycling that much anymore. We shouldn't need to worry about bullets. Yeah. I mean, that's been quite a successful operation. I think we've got to figure out what we want to do with the middle three. We can't put them into cargo. I think they would eventually go on a rail. I think for now, we're going to earmark them because we might want to take these over there and build more stuff with them. Maybe.
I need to survive.
Yeah, ammo is still being sent at a very steady pace. Heat level's fine here. Heat level's higher in that one, obviously, but still not too bad considering. The teleports are quite heavy, to be fair. We've got another mine there that we're not even using at the moment. I think... Are these feeling the squeeze of one mine supporting all of these? No, it's got 90. 100 and 100. And to be fair, these aren't getting pulled. I mean, if they're needed, then they get pulled, but otherwise they're being made locally now, so this is now defunct. Which does beg the question, Is there something we can make here that frees up some of the heat in the other location? That we could then still send over that way. I think that might be a question for another episode. I mean, that's set up at least. We've got loads of ammo. And we've got building materials coming out of our ears now. Which should mean by the time we get there, because the stuff's been teleporting already, or going by the drone with the cargo, that we should be mass producing the intermediate building materials. Which we are. Nice. Yeah, okay. Yep. Those land, those come out. There is so much. Okay. Yeah, okay. You can give them names as well, which is quite cool. You can give them a purpose and what you want them to do. I guess last little bit, what we'll do here. I guess that can go straight into there. Because I don't think we need to send building materials up at all, do we? Presumably that will then hold 4,000 of those. Okay. Definitely need to figure out what we're doing though. With extra bits. We need to see what the next upgrade is. Need to get the chemicals. That's like a must next episode. We have to do that. We had to take the break today to get some of this stuff moving. And they need batteries. Goethite ore, batteries, electronics. We're still using the impellers, that's fine. Just in time. Works for every base core when placed within its range. How much are those? Are those expensive? They're 100. Might actually... So hungry. Okay. Okay. So this is what we're using these for. Because this will reduce them by 20. Which means we should never need to really worry about the power. I don't have any. I was wondering if I had any of these already, because I remember we did have... They moved this further in the tree, which we've just unlocked now, but we did have this before, like the wind turbine. That's how we got the wind turbine early. Wait, why is that not liking that? What it actually does is rather than reduce it, it actually just increases the maximum. So instead of 1,000 now we have 1,160. Cool. We've got these now building up. Still sending some over. And that is building stacks of them. There we go. Okay, we're pretty good then. We've got a lot of stuff, and it seems to be working. I think the helium bypass. Oh, god damn it! I think the helium bypass is good. I think that was a good addition. Like I said, having the basic materials again on a separate track. And if we needed them, which is what they have got, then they can go on the line. I don't know why these ones are getting called. Oh, they're approaching from both sides. Okay. I guess so it can pull some a bit more, but at least you haven't got all of them at once on there. Again, could always maybe turn that off, but cool if you could have actual like filtering rules. You can say, actually, no, I don't want these things to do this, or to go on this track, and go from there. But yeah, I think we've got some space up here we could expand as well. Like I said, we're good with this as well, making this really quick as well, which is good. So all looks good. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate you guys being here and hanging out. This was very much a bit of a building and organization one. Again, probably not optimal, but I think we've made a lot of good progress. We're getting some key. We've got building materials, both the basic and the intermediate, and we have weapons like standard ammo. And we have the ability to actually now create more iron and titanium and wolfram stuff over there and have it come here. It's just something I didn't want to tackle quite now, but instead of having it just go into the storage, into this storage that it's doing now, we can expand this out and have it go into more stuff that comes into this line that then sends it up here. So we've unlocked the ability to make more, or maybe shift it, and so we're making more of the basics over there and shipping them here, where this is the main bigger stuff. But it's, you know, for everything you've got to like unpick it. I guess it's doing it one at a time, isn't it? Like unpicking one supply chain and then being like, right, so we're going to get rid of the status and we're going to build status over there now. So then it's like, okay, well, what does that look like? What's that going to be? We have this stuff over there to make status, I think. So it's like, right, okay, well, can we do that off of the free things that we've got, free fabricators that we've got, and kind of go from there. That's kind of my thinking. But and then the status that we've got being built here can be replaced and make room for other stuff that's more essential in this area. That's my thinking anyway. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm gonna catch you in the next video. Take care.